Welcome to the Rome campaign for Vidi Et Impera 1.2.5. In the last part we consolidated all of Egypt and we're now in the process of building it up so that it can defend itself. We've still got these idiots hanging around, but they're not really causing any problem. The Egyptians are sending an army down to possibly attack, but at the moment I'm quite happy just to leave them be, because what I am in the process of doing is moving armies down this way. I don't know, I think it'd probably be easier to just bring the army ashore now. So I just want to bring this army ashore, and I mean, it's going to take them a few turns to get up here. What's it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, this is going to be a very long, protracted process. I think this navy can just slide into there for the moment. And what I want to do is bring this army this way as well, because I've got another army moving down here. So what I'm trying to do is, well, let me just let this army finish moving and then I'll explain the tactics. So if I go in here, if I go to diplomatic status, you can see here I've got loads and loads of allies in this area here, which are being very useful. So this area in some ways is very passive. The only real enemy we got up here is the Nervi and the Macromani elders. We're probably going to need to do something about those. We've got a couple of these guys wandering around. I'm not exactly too sure where they're going, but you can see all the real enemies are concentrated down in this area. And also we got the requirement here to capture province somewhere in this area to get the victory condition. So what I'm trying to do is get my armies down to concentrate into this area. Then the idea will be to push up through here, and maybe once I've got good progress here, we'll then use our ally status to push through and wage war against Athens and Galatia that way. So the current plan, unless anything changes, is not to mix it up too much in this area. I'm going to be quite happy just to leave this at peace, because I just want to sort this area out here first. So I'm not expecting a battle in this part, but the main reason I'm making the video is the fact that what I've been doing is the Adrii have given us a new settlement here of Cascurus, and what I would like to get is Istros to complete it. And that would be really great. And I think what we can do is go up another level. And what I'm really looking for is military capability. I think a Latin rights colony would be better, because this will be the front line. So what I want is all these settlements to be very kind of offer a pretty tough option to against any incursions. I think what we're going to do is I'm just going to keep hitting the what we call it, I can find a female character that isn't maxed out. Yeah, you do. And we're going to hit the Adrii, give her another request. As I say, I mean, once I've got Istros, that completes this province, and that effectively secures my northern border. Up here I've got an agent. I'm not sure what the Nervi are up to at the moment. I think they're actually, but I don't really want to waste that agent there. So what I want to do is get this. I mean, this is a pretty good agent, so I think we're going to bring you down to this area again. Because of course, one advantage of having allies is that you get the visual oversight of the areas where they own, so that if an army starts to come through here, I can respond fairly quickly. Where if I come over to this side, we don't have that many. I mean, we've got somebody bordering us here who aren't strictly an ally. I don't know what their status with us at the moment is. I think it's these guys. They don't particularly like us. I mean, if they get too uppity, we'll just move in and kill them. I mean, they're at war with Sabata and Nervi for some reason. I'm not too sure why, but so to get an agent in here could be an opportunity. But I don't really want to take the settlement unless I have to. Anyway, that's about everything I do. So in this part, it's going to be more about shuffling armies than doing anything else. Let me just see. I've got an army here. I've got this an army around here somewhere, moving south to basically take position there. We've got an army here, which I'm kind of going to bring up to about here. And these armies are more intended to be kind of insurance against anybody deciding to kick off here. I think that's about all the main armies here. We've got a navy there. So we've got an army protecting here. We've got this army here, which I was going to bring across the water, but I'm not so sure with these idiots here. I'm not so sure I want to do that at the moment. I think we're going to need to deal with these. So if I bring this navy up here, we can go with a 2 navy attack on them. Because of course this navy can't attack anything along here because there's no ports. And event messages, construction report. We've got. It's only going to take that up. Going to take that up. 6 public order. The public order is good here, so take that up. I think the rest can wait. And we've got Epigorum. Yeah, so. And we've got loads of food, so why not just pop that up as well. I want this area absolutely super stable so that I don't have to worry about it. We've got a salt mine down here. I mean, wow, that's going to give us a bit of money. Yeah, I think we can go with that. Memphis, we don't really need to strengthen and fortify. This is a garrison of 14. That provides a garrison of 16. And that's 6 food, 6 public order. Yeah, I think we can take that up. What I really want to do is max these garrisons up so that eventually maybe I can move the armies out of the way. They've got Sabata have got an army here, an army here, so they've got 2 armies down in this area. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. Maybe I don't really need. So I'm going to bring this agent back again. I'm not too worried about what's going on in Askham because again I don't really want to come down here unless I have to. Now I've got an agent over here and I just want to come in here. And there's Egra again. So it looks like Nabatea have got a lot of armies around here. So if they decide to kick off, life could get very interesting. I'm just going to have a very quick run through. Make sure no one's in kind of problems. You know, I mean, Italia has still got a little bit of a problem with public order, but it is increasing now, which is good. Egyptus, well, I guess without saying. I mean, we got this area here. I'm not sure if I mean, it would reduce the food. That gives a little bit more income, should I actually need it. And I think for the first time for a long time now, every single province is contributing to the empire. Just gonna say, just have a quick run through. Actually, platinum. Yeah, one more turn and we'll get the Shrine of Jupiter horse breeder. Kind of thinking, because of course we've got over here this. If I could change this, I can't. If I change this to when the public order, if I change this to a forum, maybe I will then be able to change that to a gladiatorial school and then flip it backwards and forwards. It's going to take 16 turns to do that. But I think if we do that, that will then release the hippodrome. Build that into Rome as well. So we're just going to do that. I think that's all we can do this turn. So I'm just going to go for an end turn. As I say, I'm not expecting any battles in this part at all. Okay, political. Oh, we've got a generous tribute. I don't really want that. Hidden agent exposed. A child has died. Banditry, uprest, and latinum. Child is born. Son comes of age. I mean, the family is growing really big. And we go across. Let's have a quick look. Construction reports. Okay, so we might as well get things up and running. Get the construction report done first. Here we go. That force breeder in as well. And up here. In here we've got to get that going. What we actually, I mean, I wouldn't mind a supply bit here, but then maybe food. Yeah, I think maybe more slaves. I think maybe we'll just drop some food in there as well. And what else we got in here? Got theatre in over here, Impera. That in there, that'll just get everything going a little bit better there. Stadium, and we got a barracks in this polis, which effectively means that we will be able to do that. That will increase the garrison there as well. I mean, of course, that means we can also recruit in this area now with full units. And actually, this army is a unit missing, so didn't notice that. Bit of a failure on my part, but we can fix that. And what we got? We got Cav. I'm probably going to get rid of this guy now. I think it's time to bring this army up to being a proper legion, and I've messed this up. Never mind. Actually, yeah, I know you've got a full set of missile troops. I think we can wait for the moment. Now these guys have given us a little bit of a look-see, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. This army's on automatic movement, so he's going to come this way. We're just going to keep moving this army down. Of course, we're in winter, so not much is going to happen. I'm just going to move this army down to here. I'm not exactly sure why. Because of course he would get the cavalry upgrade. Okay, we can move the army back that way. I've got this agent moving this way down, and during the end turn an agent moved up this way, and I think what we're going to do is send this agent over to here, because what I'd like to find out is what the situation is with Athens here, because we may be able to do a maritime assault that way. Actually, there's roads there. I mean, what's the situation with roads? Who owns roads? Okay, so we obviously haven't made contact with roads. So, I mean, there's something to be said for doing that. So this army's moving that way, this army's moving that way. Now, one thing I did notice during the end turn is these guys have taken damage, so a lot of damage. So I think we could probably come in here. Oops, this. Yep. I mean, we don't have any artillery here, but these guys are so beaten up, we should be able to beat them. Famous last words. But again, I don't really want to lose too many units here because of the replenishment issue. You know, being able to recruit new ones. I think we can do these guys in a little bit. And well, nice and dry. Of course, usual thing. Admiral. at the back. And what we got here? We've got these. I think what we'll have is you out on that flank, you out on that flank, all the center on ram, and you move forward. God, no, just keep these guys reasonably close. Attack ships. You in that side, and you up that side. In we go.
At your command, support ships. Assault ships reporting. Romans ready for duty.
That did not go as well as I was hoping for.
Crewed and ready.
Right.
Prepare to engage. Orders, ready your weapons. Hack them down.
So our initial assault didn't.
Assault ships ready to attack. Assault ships.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Gotcha.
Ships ready. Ships waiting.
You push through.
Assault ships ready to attack. Hard on yours.
One of our ships is being boarded.
You push through. Admiral, you can come up.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
You come in that way.
One of our units has used all
You
its
go
ammunition.
that way. You go that way. And oh, in you go. End battle. Nice simple battle. Looks like we didn't lose a single ship at all. And we've wiped out the local pirates. And down they go. I think we'll just kill the captive. Because one thing I did notice, let me just move this. You can get back into port. Yeah, one thing I did notice diplomatically is if I show you my breakdown, you will see it says released troops. So I'm released troops, Macromani, Alders, and Nervi. So at the moment, a lot of my penalties are due to releasing troops. So I'm gonna have to stop releasing troops just to keep these guys on side more. I think what we're going to do is send another.
Good and noble
nope,
friend.
I don't want to do that. Sorry, wrong one. They come into here, and we're going to send someone else. I don't know if there's. Let's see, we go. I mean, the family is so big now; it's ridiculous. But you better get married, just to keep the family tree growing even bigger than it already is. Actually, you've got a spouse now. She's a new girl, so send you with a mission to the Adrii. Just to give you an idea of how big the family tree is getting. I mean, no else we could send you on a mission as well. Send you to the Dorsi usurpers. So they're up and ready. Get lots of missions. I say it's winter, so there's not much. I think there's one thing left to do before we roll the intern over. Is I want my agent back in here just to see where that Egyptian army is. If we stand there, that will annoy them a little bit. I say these guys are kind of looking us over, but one more turn and we'll have the settlement updated. So, and we've got my instinct is to bring this fleet back over this way a bit, so that I've got two fleets operating in this area. Because I mean, I would certainly like to get up here and check out Salamis, but at the same time I don't want to risk of losing a fleet to a battle. So I think that's about it. Well, just quick Skype through. Right, Numidia is suffering from public order, but that's probably due to winter. Just check this. No. What's actually causing that? Buildings and squalor. Well, we'll certainly have to keep an eye on that. Aquitania. Yeah, that's due to public order. So we're just going to go for another intern. There you go. Go for that. Ready to command. Ready to command. We've got a technology research penalty. That's not a problem. We've got 2 technological research penalties, but who cares? Daughter comes of age. The family is growing. Right, the first thing I want to do is, how far in the water can you get? You can get a long way. Okay. I'll bring this up. Of course, this is not an artillery army, so it's got greater movement range. Right, going to move the fleet here. This fleet doesn't actually. Okay.
We still have a good wind.
You merge with them. And for some reason this fleet is 2 units down, so
Rome needs more ships.
And these are only Bareems, okay. But I think that'd be okay because I just want to use this to transport them. And well, you can just keep moving. Now the Egyptians have moved an army down into here. I'm kind of half tempted to try and lure them in. How powerful are they? Yeah, I mean they're not a very strong army. So if I'm going to put you just there. I don't know if we'll get a benefit from the crossing, but I'm just hopefully we may be able to draw those in for a battle. I mean, they've got absolutely no cav at all, and we've got artillery. We've got 5 cav. Well, 1 missile unit short as well. Okay. And we're 1 unit short here. Hopefully we'll be able to. Yeah, let's put an Imperial Veteran Legionary in here. So I have 2 of those. That should kind of sort things out a little bit. Now our agents are quite happily moving over here. Oh, there was this army here. I just want to check out what that upgrade was. So they'll push you back into Roma.
On the move. Is that all?
Yeah, well, everything helps. So.
Make haste, men.
So these guys are now got level 2 horses. I think that actually gives improved speed. I can't remember what they're leveling up. To be honest, I'm not a great fan of leveling up the cavalry like this. It actually says level 3. Why is that?
Ready for battle.
See here. This is level 2. Okay. Oh, that's it, because I'm still building level 3. So you can see there it says level 3 cavalry, 20% cavalry speed. I mean, to me, it's a fairly marginal benefit, but I mean, these guys seem to be quite happy just to stand there. So maybe I can afford to bring this army across. I don't really want to waste this army sat here.
As you command.
Oh, great.
Yes.
You're just going to have to stand right.
Fleet reporting. Boarding.
You can't get in there, so you're just going to have to defend that army there. And I'm just going to go for a construction report. Archives, Roman settlement. We got our level 4 archives in here. More food. I'll just go for that, just to push that up. Don't think there's anything. Right, we've now got a. So how well's the garrison here? If we take that up, that would take the garrison to 15 instead of 14. And that would give us more growth, more public order. Yeah, I think we'll take that. I'm not totally convinced about the money situation there, but anything that pushes the garrison up is welcome. And let's just have a quick look. See, Carini is doing really well. We've got 61 public order in here. How can we get 61 public order in a... Okay. -6 banditry, -4. I'm not convinced I need that just at the moment. So again, I think I'm just going to have a quick run through. Iptus is doing okay. That's just for 2 public order, 2 squalor. I mean, it's only 50 wealth, but it does give us more grain for trade. You've got, I think this might be the better one to take up. So we'll just send that up. One more term and we will have the Colosseum in Platinum. So we'll be doing pretty good from that point of view. Libya, well, we don't really need that. Oh, I've just looked at Libya, what am I on about? Britannia, you're good, you got 42 public order. And again, we've got food, so why not? Let's push that up. That's good. Yeah, you've got 33, so you don't need anything. Kind of not totally convinced I need this artillery at the moment, but it's about the only artillery I've got up in this area, so I mean, that's a lot of money, but at the same time, do I really need it? That's the question. I mean, I'm making 236,000 a turn. I think that can afford to wait for the moment. I think this is one of the problems when you get to this level of the game, and if you've got a really solid empire, some buildings you just don't really need them. I mean, that would give me a bit of wealth, and I mean that will improve the. I mean, that will change the garrison a little bit, but do I really need to improve the garrison? I mean, and not even the AI is crazy enough to come all the way over to here. I mean, it would give me 2 extra food, I suppose, in return for 4 public order. Yeah, why not? I mean, it's a little bit of a boost. I mean, we could absolutely guarantee the public order here. But of course, The advantage is, see, if I get real public order problems, all I've got to do is just untax it, and I've got the money for it anyway. And that's the way you've got to look at it. Actually, okay. Mauritania's solid. Those Corsica. Lusitani, yep, you're nice and solid. I would like to take that up. I mean, but that's not going to contribute that much to the garrison there anyway. Belgia is solid as well. Yeah. Just want to check. I can't remember how it is. Yeah. So you're still solid with not plus 19, even though you're building that. I think I've got enough time for one more turn. So because I'm just going to be interested to see if the Egyptians fall for this. So we're just going to go for an end turn. Okay, hidden agent exposed. Hidden agent exposed. The child has died. The child has died. The child is born. The child is born. The child is born. Action joins the Ostron. Okay. Now, during the end turn, the agent said their path was blocked. So sometimes, just to help them along, you need to do that. So, where is Ostron? Well, that's not a big problem because we've got to go into this area anyway. I can't never remember where this region actually is. So it looks like we're going to end up like, well, I think we're already at war with cultists anyway. Now the Egyptians have taken the bait here, and they've actually fortified. So that will probably be the battle for the next part. What I'm going to do is just bring this navy up into Alexandria, just to support the garrison in case anybody wants to be play the idiot. And I think what we're going to do this time. Oh. Okay. I'm just going to have to. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 turns. Wow. It's going to take a little while to get there. And what we're going to do is just pop you into the navy. And we're just going to run you straight back down to here. I just put them in the navy just in case they wouldn't get across, because I didn't want them to take attrition.
Returning to land.
And what I'm probably going to do, actually, we're going to set it up for you to move up to here, because I'm a little bit worried about that Colossian army, because they don't like us that much. So we got this army's on the move, this army's on the move, we got confrontation here. Yeah, quite happily. Another 2-3 turns and you'll be ready to move into position. Just do that. Say I've got another army going across the water. Got this army. I think I'm just going to leave this army about here. And you can just go to patrol, and then that should really push the public order to get this nice and positive. You're in position. You're stood here, partly in preparation to, if the Adrio actually give us Istros. I mean, that's why they're there. You're doing okay. I mean, I've got this army here. I'm just keeping a few armies here just for the moment. And I did get some... and I did get a military allies association with the thing. So diplomatic status. Yeah, you can see my ally status is getting even stronger now. And you can see I've got allies all the way across here. These guys here, the Vici Confederation, they're neutral. So why don't you want to join the Grand Alliance? Why don't you like us? They're unfriendly.
Speak quickly and well. Speak ill or slowly, and I may feed your tongue to the dogs.
Okay. Non-aggression. No. Okay. Maybe we need to send someone there. See if we can improve. Okay. Characters. We'll send someone who's a little bit expendable. And we could probably send one of these guys actually. He's a politician, he could probably do a little bit of rank, so send him. He gets killed, he gets killed. I mean, he's 24. Plus, if he gets a little bit, what have you got? A mother-in-law, an evil mother-in-law? You knew. Okay. And I think that is about it for this part. I can't see me doing anything else. Actually, we'll just have a quick shift us at the construction reports. So we've now completed the Colosseum in Rome. See, we've now got plus 28 public order. So I think we could probably go for that now. Push that up. And what we will do is get this finished. We'll get the Parthenon here. And then eventually we will put in the Circus Maximus here as well. And then Rome will be a real powerhouse. And so it's amazing we've only built one building on this turn. But what I will do off camera is go all the way through all my provinces again just to make sure. But this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. In the next part we will fight the Egyptian army here. Keep moving the armies in, ready to push against Jerusalem. In fact, I'll just move the agent back just to see. Yeah, Jerusalem is open. I mean, it's a, and then the idea will be to push up through here and drive the Egyptians back. We will probably end up having to take Petra. I don't think it's going to be long before Nabatea kicks off. There's also, actually, yeah, sorry about this. Saba is here. Saba actually at war with Nabatea. No, they're at war with everyone else, but they're a satrapy. But they're not actually at war. So I do worry slightly whether these are creeping up this way. I don't know if you get any more mercs. Yeah. Just going to drain all the mercs out of this area. It's going to upgrade you. And the reason I'm doing this is that if I drain all the mercenaries out of this area, that will make this navy look a little bit more intimidating than what it actually is, because as far as I know I still can't recruit anything because we're still in the process of building this. But it will mean that this will look more formidable, and we will then maybe deter any incursions in this area. But this is where I'm going to leave it. Until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.